Interpretation and report writing is an important aspect in research. So, meaning of interpretation is the task of drawing inferences from the collected facts and on analytical and experimental study. Efforts will be established in continuity, and some explanatory concepts have to be established during this time. So, by interpretation, it understands the abstract principle, link up other studies, and test these predictions later. It also establishment of it has also got establishment of explanatory concepts to guide for future research studies. It will also explain real significance of his research findings and also hypothesis for the experimental research on a exploratory research. So the main techniques of interpretation is reasonable explanation of the relations. It will interpret the lines of relationship in terms of underlying processes. Extraneous information is possible. Consult someone having insight into the study, and frank and honest will not hesitate to point out omissions. So, all relevant factors affecting the problem to avoid false generation. So, precautions is to see that their data is appropriate, trustworthy, and good homogeneity, proper analysis, and the computational checks, validations, and comparison of results. There is broad generalization which if it could be avoided should be done, and constant interaction between initial hypothesis, observation, and theoretical concept should be established. Significance is research task remains incomplete till the report has been presented. So any research findings are the little values unless they are effectively communicated to others. It is the moral responsibility of the researchers. It is the moral responsibility to share the findings with others. It helps the advancement of knowledge. So different steps in writing is first analyzing what is the subject matter. That is, a logical analysis has to be practiced in order to grab the important subject points. So preparation of the final outline, where you final outline is going to be taken up. Rough draft has to be prepared. Rewriting and polishing will be done in the next stages, then including final bibliography and writing the final draft. So logical analysis is where it is concerned on where mental connections and association between different things has to be done properly. There is chronology is based on sequences of events or occurrences that has happened with the time has to be considered during the write-up. And preparation of the final outline is the framework upon which long written works are constructed. Logistical organization of the material and the reminder of the points to be stressed. Preparation of a rough draft will help in various limitations faced, techniques of analysis, findings, generalization, and various suggestions are written. So, rewriting and polishing of the rough draft is nothing but careful revision makes differences between a mediocre and a good piece of writing. One should check the report for weaknesses in logical development, whether or not material is presented as unity and cohesion. Preparation of final bibliography is where contain all those works which researchers has consulted. A pattern of bibliography should be in accordance to the guidance given by the authority which report is being submitted. So writing of the final draft is nothing but written in a concise and style with a good language to understand, and vague expression such as it seems, it looks like, maybe, all that has to be avoided. It must have good terminologies and technical jargon. Common experiences must be incorporated, then must enthuse people to show interest in the original. So layout of the research report is preliminary pages will consist of preface or foreword, table of contents, list of tables and illustrations. Main text will be of introduction, state of findings, recommendations, results, implications of drawn from the results, summary. End matter is appendix and index. So types of reports are journal articles, technical research, report, monograms, books, graduate thesis or dissertation. Research is also reported orally at professional meetings, seminars, symposia and workshops. The oral reports, however, are usually based on previous written reports. Journal articles are most condensed from writing. Journals have severe space limitations, and they are detailed complex project reports and cannot be written in simple articles. So it requires a prestigious format for reporting a disciplinary work. In fact, peer review process would enhance the quality of the material that has been considered for a journal, receive wide distribution to disciplinary and subject matter reading. It also reaches to audiences and publications, and it will violate exclusive publication rights of the journals that get permission. So, graduate theses and dissertation tend to be on the other extreme length and completeness. These tend to be long and sometimes more wordy than necessary. So completeness is considered more important and efficiency is writing. Oral presentation should be very effective. Policy recommendations are indicated by project results, better understanding of the findings, and also it is required for visual devices, slides, wall charts and blackboards. Lack of any permanent record makes it difficult to remember things. So what are the mechanics of writing a research report is size and physical design, paper length, block size, margin, then procedure is various steps in writing a report strictly adhered. Layout is to see that well thought and appropriate, consider objective and nature of the problem. Treatment of quotations where quotation marks and double spacing wherever required, and footnotes, which are nothing but what is meant for references, citations placed at the bottom with numbered consequently and single spaced. Document style has to be in most common and understandable, and with the author's name, title, place, publication, references, and if it is multi-volume, then author's name in normal, title of the work, place and date of publication, number, a number of volumes. Then regarding works arranged alphabetically, author per works arranged alphabetically, such as encyclopedias and dictionaries. Then regarding anthologies and collection references which has been taken, quotation which has been quoted, that will normally be taken with the quotations cited within the quotes and with the author's name, and all authors need not be mentioned. It could be given as et al. That takes care of first author along with all others, multiple authorships. Punctuations and author's name should be followed by comma, and nouns and adjectives should be capitalized. Title is to be followed by comma. Edition also ends with comma. If the date appears in the right in the copyright notice, it should be enclosed in square. So use of statistics, charts and graphs are another important presentation in the report, which has to be with neat and attractively done, with the charts, tables, graphs. Then final draft has to be prepared with clear sentences, grammatics, and other um, um, other minute things have been taken into consideration. So index has to give good guide. Bibliography will be at the prepared with all the references taken with respect to many journals, books, Google, any other media resources from which it has been copied. So index has to be prepared with a good guide for the report. So while writing the research reports, one has to be it should be long enough and should not be dull, should have abstract with terminologies well written, and all charts and figures and statistical tables should be made available, and the report should be original in nature. Appendix should be properly listed out with things. Bibliography should be carefully written, and index is also essential, a good part of the report. So conducting research should also be stated with constraints experienced during the work, and the objective of the study, nature of the problem, methods employed, and the analysis techniques adopted must all be clearly stated in the beginning of the report in the form of full introduction. This is how the report for a project has to be written with utmost precautions. Thank you.